We're going to make some chicken with a nice crusty cornmeal outside using a medium grind cornmeal. Hopefully that's going to give a different texture than the fine cornmeal, which I'm looking for. And my fresh basil ground up with oil, placed in the freezer, coming out perfect every time to use as the spread over it. Fresh garlic. We're going to go season this boneless chicken thighs, dip them in the egg, go into the cornmeal, saute them in olive oil, and I'm going to serve this over a little bed of assorted pasta. Should be nice. So let's get started. The first thing we do is season up the chicken, put a little salt and pepper on it using this salt and pepper mix that you make up ahead of time. Both sides of the chicken. I'm using thighs because they're nice and juicy, and in case you should happen to overcook it, it's not noticeable like it is when you use the breast of chicken. So for someone who's not used to cooking chicken, this is the safe way to go, and tasty too. So you can use egg whites if you want only, but I'm using whole egg. Just put the chicken in the egg. So simple, just like you were breading using breadcrumbs. And I like using tongs. I don't have to get my hands on this at all. I'll do one piece, and then all you have to do is do the rest. Then we'll get the skillet. Put some olive oil. Saute it nice and easy. Have a nice crunchy outside. Put a little basil of that puree over it. And that's it. Cornmeal tastes great with the chicken. And it'll give it a nice crunchiness. Okay, that piece is done. Now I'll just finish up doing the rest. Okay, let's get this chicken into the olive oil, or whatever oil you like, or a combination of oil and butter if you wish. Not too hot, because we don't want this to burn. We want to cook through. I'd be very happy if I can get all of this in there in one shot, and I believe I can do this. There we go. Because you know, in a few minutes this will be shrinking. Okay, that takes care of that. Then when this is brown on both sides and cooked, we'll smear it with the basil, and then we'll just sit it on top of the bed of pasta. And the pasta I'm going to start cooking right away, because usually I have to wait for the pasta. So as you see, this is going nice and easy, and that's what we want. Moderate flame, no reason to rush it. I always forget something. Well, no big deal, the garlic goes right there. Just going to move the chicken a wee bit. Get the garlic down in there. Temperature's good, because I'm not getting any color, and I don't want to get color yet. But you can hear it. Next I'm going to get this pasta going, and I'll just keep it warm. With my basil right here ready. So we're good to go. And it's going to be a nice piece of chicken. Sitting on top of the pasta with the basil paste on top, puree. I'm smelling the olive oil, the garlic. Well, it's been about a good 4 to 5 minutes since we last viewed the chicken. Let's look underneath. Cooking. I haven't touched the flame, but it's picking up a little speed, getting a little golden color. We don't care too much about the color. I'll be turning this over in about a minute. We just want this to cook nice and easy and not burn. So that's good. All that roasted garlic flavor is now going into the chicken also. Time to turn this stuff. It's going to be crunchy. You feel how firm the outside is, the cornmeal. And that's what I'm looking for. Little crunchiness with the softness of the chicken. Now, when you feel this, it's not like the chicken breast. Chicken breast is very firm fur when it's done. This will be softer. So just to play it safe, when you think it might be ready and you're not sure, cut into it. How else are you going to know? If you're good enough to know by just feeling it like so, if it's firm enough, okay, fine. But that takes maybe a few thousand pieces of chicken before you get that feeling. So we're letting this go nicely. Haven't adjusted the flame. And I'm not going to turn it over again. So what I can do now is just add the basil to the top of the chicken. Just let it, because this has to be hot too. This is quite a bit of basil. In order to make this amount, you have to have quite a few bunches of basil, not just one little package. But anyway, I guess I'm at the end of my little container here, which has gone through maybe 10 recipes that I've used basil for, plus just eating things that aren't on video. So it's lasted me quite a long time and stayed fresh. Now I could cover this, but what will happen is it might soften the cornmeal, and we don't want that. I want crunchy. Okay, that's the end of my basil. Thank you, basil. Now I'm going to put the pasta. I just made a collection of 3 different types of pastas that I have laying around, just for appearance. And if I time this right, that'll be done, and this will be done at the same time. Just a few more minutes. Well, it's been about 3 to 4 minutes, and I'm almost ready to take this out. There is very little give on these smaller breasts. The larger one here, you can tell, and this one a little bit. But in 1 minute, this is coming out. I haven't cut into it yet, but what I'm going to do just to see if I had the feel that worked. I'm going to take a piece out and I'm going to cut it. And hopefully I had the correct touch. Like this one right here. This is thinner than the rest. So take this. No cheating, let's film that, make sure. I'm looking underneath to see if we got nice crunchiness going there. We do. Now I'm going to cut into that. Of course, this will be my piece because turn it this way, lift it up to the camera, and as you can see, is that correct? That is a piece of juicy looking thigh. And we're going to cut a piece right off, get a closer look at it. That is good, and very nice. The middle piece, that was the next smallest one. That's done. And these three are much heavier. So what I'm doing now, lower the flame, because these are the pieces that we'll be eating. Put it down to low, and the pasta is just about ready. I'm going to shut this off. I'm waiting for the pasta. And this is no big deal. I can even shut this off now. It'll finish cooking in the pan. Oh, I added a little something. Some sliced fresh tomato. Appearance, taste. It'll look better on the plate. And the pasta is done, sitting right there, never washed, tossed with olive oil and a little black pepper and some, where's the cheese? Some nice Pecorino Romano cheese. Since it's going under there, we're going to put it in there right now. And this way, you don't have to worry about mixing it in. And now I'll make the plate and we'll take a look at it. There is the finished dish, the pasta and the on top. Thank you.